morning, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is D.E.W.P D.E.W.P, and today I'm going to be playing my lovely bastard bird, wonderful Lao Vis Blind, and he's going to be doing something wonderful today, something he doesn't usually do because he's kind of just a bit of a hermit, doesn't often get out, at least not unless it's the library and back. But anyway, with my lovely co-player, wonderful person who likes to play with me and is generally just in general very, very cool, like to introduce themselves and tell me what they're playing.
Wait, me?
Is it you? It might be you.
Are you I can't believe this too. Nobody believes I'm cool. Hello, everybody. I am MalaSorte, and I will be playing today the only and one and only, goddammit English, Carmina's Corner voice, which is currently having kind of like a tough time, and that's as much as I will give.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Also, yeah, you're cool. Shut up.
No,
I will not take questions. The questions were not on the quiz. Sorte is cool. There is no tick box. It is just yes, yes, or yes.
Objection, Your
No,
Honor.
we're not in a courtroom. You can't take me to court. What case do you have against me? None. Fucking none. Take this slander. How dare you? Right. Okay. Probably actually set up the FPS. So yeah, okay. I guess we'll set up with Lao. Lao has he's recently he received a shipment of stuff from Carmina a little bit ago, and he also recently sent her a package with like little plant pots and seeds and such, and he gave her very strict instructions not to plant these until he came over to help her, because by Lord he gave these to you so that you could have a bit more variety and experiment a bit more with your produce you provide with him, because I mean you're the expert with that and he wants to see what you do with it, but he doesn't know how well you can plant things like this, and certain plants are very delicate, and whilst he has given you instructions, he feels a actual proper green thumb, a very old green thumb, one who's been doing this for a while, should probably come over and help you out and make sure that you don't accidentally kill it.
For everybody listening, Carmina is a truth.
Yes.
Talk about a punch in the gut.
Look. Plants are Lao's thing. They are his one thing he knows incredibly well. Okay, like he doesn't, unless you have physical evidence that you have grown like a beautiful botanical garden and have many different varieties of plants to showcase to him, to show you know your shit. He's not gonna trust a word out of your mouth that you know what you're doing with the plants. He's gonna come over and make sure it's done right. And
excuse me, is Lao plant explaining Carmina? I can't believe it.
Lao's plant splaining. Yes, Lao is a tragic plant splainer. I'm not sorry for that, and neither is he, because god damn it, if you're gonna take care of your plants, he's gonna make sure you know how. That ivy creeping up the wall in your farmhouse, farmhouse. Yeah, no, he's gonna make sure that stuff is strong and that it not only doesn't tear down your house but strengthens your house. He knows his plants and he knows how they can be used. Alright. Okay, I just rolled survival to see how long it takes him to get to yours. And with a 23, I'm pretty sure he's been here like. He might have been here like once before, perhaps, or maybe this might even be his first time. But he's not. He just makes his way over without any issue. He perhaps gave him directions. Would Carmina have given him directions?
There is one thing that Carmina has in her. Do you say army? Anyways, in her kind of isolation has forgotten, and maybe she has been giving it too much credit. She's in the middle of fucking nowhere. The farm is surrounded by a forest, but there is actually an address on the jars and the produce she sells, because legally the farmer markets demand there is a way of tracking the people who made these things. She needs this for legal reasons. So even if Carmina has given maybe like you know, try to give this kind of like, you know how people in the countryside in rural areas try to give you the addresses. Yes, you go down the road, then you get to Jimmy's house, then you took a left, then you ask again, then you ask for the trees. Yeah. Listen, I have been there too many times. I do that too. Same. But Lao has been smart and has seen there is actually a goddamn address on it. So with the little bit of both, he might have managed to get there. Like, or maybe he has just took a plane because damn, this is a 23.
You think Lao takes planes anywhere? You think Lao knows what You think Lao knows what a plane is? Are you sure about that?
We are joking and exaggerating.
Oh gosh. Okay, but yeah, I would say that Lao makes his way to Carmina's no problem. He may in fact stop along the way on the road and just kind of casually pluck some berries, just like maybe he finds some like raspberries or something. Because with a survival like that, survival sort of used sometimes as like a foraging thing when you're rolling in D&D, and I'm just gonna be like, with a 23, he's probably found some really nice berries and such, like blueberries and blackberries and raspberries, and he's just taken. Actually, I should probably roll for that. No, I'm not gonna roll for that. Bugger that. He's just taken him and in like a little what do you call it, handkerchief that he's got now in his lap, and yeah, now he's got a handkerchief of berries that he's gonna come over to your house with, which is gonna be great, and makes it to the farm.
Damn it, Lao, who gave you the right to start off so cute, you bastard.
Don't you dare call him cute. Don't you dare. Right.
Alright. Well, if Lao is currently at the farm, would you mind to roll me a perception check?
I would love to roll you a perception. Yeah, alright, yeah, that's a 9.
It's a farm. Listen, fair. This farm is kind of confusing. There is a lot of you cannot say Lao cannot complain about the lack of plants, but maybe these are plants that shouldn't be there. It's a little bit confusing, this place. The layout is not exactly what you would expect of a farm, even when it's obviously a farm. Laos, she's nothing though. By the way, with the plants and everything, it's not the proper plants you should see in a farm, because what I was trying to say before I forgot to follow on a thought, it's like the forest is trying to take over.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
But with a 9, Lao cannot see Carmina anywhere. Does Lao want to go to look for her?
I mean, he's come out all this way. He's just gonna friggin'. He's definitely gonna go look at her. He's not just gonna like go home. Are you kidding me? Do you know you live out in the middle of nowhere, Carmina? This has probably been like an hour, 2-hour trip, because he's not the kind of guy to use montages or take the quick way, as he would air quote it. No. He's done this the real kind way of actually going the whole 2 hours to your place. I don't even know if it's 2 hours. It might have even been longer. But yeah, he's got here. He's travelled a couple of hours to get here. He's not turning around until he's bloody well seen you. So I think
me quietly ignoring I haven't put the farm on the map just yet.
Don't worry about it. There are many places that need to be put on the map.
The farm is just there. Listen, I'm gonna give you a few, because there is a few big buildings. You can try to head for the vegetable gardens. You can try to head for the animal the court where the animals are.
The big barn.
English, you fucking shit of a language.
It is. I agree with you.
It always happens in a game. You can go to check where the animals are, or you can go to the main house.
I suppose if he's coming up to he's going to check the main house first, because I mean, Carmina could be he's gonna assume if Carmina were out with the animals, she'd be out with the animals. If she's not in sight, then she's probably inside. So he's gonna make his way over there. He's probably gonna make his way over though. I don't know actually. Does Carmina have wheelchair access to her house?
I don't think so, but it's like a really small step. You're not gonna be going up any stairs.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. So
It's just there is a ground floor. Don't worry.
okay, good. I was gonna say because if she's got like a porch with stairs going up, he would just I'd have to do a thing. But don't worry if not. If that's the case, he's gonna go up to the door and
I mean, she has one, but it's not the main door. Don't worry.
All right, okay, that's fine then. He's gonna roll on up to the front door, and he's gonna like do just a couple polite knocks first and see if anything happens.
What happens is that the door goes like the upper half of the door goes like and opens.
The upper half. Oh, is this like a door that has like a top and a bottom half?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! They've got a stable door for a front door. Oh my word, that's good. Oh, I love that. He's just gonna like stop. Actually, you know what? With the height that he is, I don't even know if he'd be able to reach the top part. I think he would probably knock on the bottom half. Because he's not a very tall guy. In his chair, he'd be like 3 foot, maybe.
Yeah,
something like that.
It still opens.
Okay, so it's gonna creep open, and he's just gonna like freeze and be like, "Oh, well then." And he's gonna just sort of slowly push it open. I presume it opens with a creak, and
yeah, it does.
He's gonna make his way in, and he's gonna clear his throat, and I'm gonna roll performance on this one, because I'm not gonna shout this because there are other people in the house, but he's going to shout, Carmina! Carmina, are you home? Where are we? Oh, goody! I like that mod. That's a good mod. That's a 6 in performance, so he didn't even really shout that loud. He sort of maybe whisper shouted this, like, Carmina! Carmina, are you here? Are you home?
Can you? Okay, yeah. Sorry, I thought for a second.
That's okay.
Yeah. So there is no answer to that. Lao is currently on what seems to be a half living room, half raised kitchen, and there is a few stairs up to the first floor, and there is a creaking fire. It's a big as fire, and actually it's quite funny because if Lao wanted, he could get with his chair on the fireplace, because it's not like a normal fireplace. It just seems like the top of a fireplace and then the ground.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. Anyways, that's my best. That's my best attempt to explain a lareira. But apart from the creaking fire, doesn't seem to be anybody around. Now there is a faint chirp coming from Laos, from someplace near Laos wheels.
You say a chirp?
A chirp.
Oh.
A chirp and a murmur. It's kind of like a weird mix between a bird and something else.
Yeah, Lao is probably going to try and figure out what the hell is up with that. Let me see. Actually, do you want me to roll another perception to see if he notices, or do you want me to stick with that 9, and see if he
even with a 9, Lao will see this. There is a fucking bear cat right there. If Lao looks down, it's there,
Oh boy.
and it's looking at Lao.
Oh. um. Lao's. Lao's gonna just look at this thing then, I suppose. And he's gonna tilt his head to the side, and he's gonna shout. He's gonna shout again. Got me in your eyes. Is this yours? Is this creature? And he's gonna point at it sharply twice with a finger. Is this creature one of yours? And he's gonna look around again, see if there's another reply.
There is still no reply, but the creature kind of like looks at Lao and drops against his the corner of his wheelchair, not exactly on his leg, and walks towards the door and sits.
Looks towards the door. Okay. If that's
the door from where Lao came.
okay, all right. Lao's gonna. If there's no reply, Lao's gonna just. He's just gonna sigh and he's gonna look at this little creature by his wheel, and he's gonna say, "I don't suppose you would know where Carmina is."
There is a chirp or a meow. You are not sure, and the creature heads out.
Lao's gonna sigh and mutter to himself, "Well, you've not. This isn't the strangest thing you've done, Lao. This, yes, strange chirping bird. It's not. Even though you shouldn't be surprised by this, it's Toonkind realm. Just go with it. Just go with it." And he turns his chair around and follows the cat back out. Cat thing, mer thing, mer thing.
Oh, by the way, just as a note, this is Hammer.
I know.
Hammer is one of the characters that Plague created, and thank you, Plague, very much, because I love every single one of them that are currently living here, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Listen to my FPS.
Yes, do it.
If you wanna find out.
Plague, yes,
Anyways.
thank you for these ghosts. I also love Hummer. Hummer is lovely and wonderful, and I love them so much.
I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say they were ghosts. I was trying to hold it. Listen, which reminds me, does Lao find something else weird with this cat apart from being a bird cat? Which is a very conflicting existence, I can imagine.
Would he find anything weird? Do you want me to roll investigation and see if he finds anything weird?
Yeah.
Because at the moment, I don't think he's actually like.
Oh, perception.
Well, that's a 17.
With a 17, you definitely see this cat is a little bit transparent.
Okay.
And it's not and it's not leaving any footprints in the dirt. While Lao's wheelchair is definitely leaving footprints. Maybe it's just a very light cat, but at this, with what you know, Lao can see like, oh shit, this cat might be. Lao realizes this cat is not physically here.
Oh, good. He's going to look at this and he's going to say, "Oh, good, phantasmal kitty. Lovely, wonderful. All right, okay, I can roll with this. All right, this isn't the strangest thing I've encountered. I mean, Carmina's a strange person as it is. This is probably just. This is just." And he just waves a hand as he goes along and follows them along. Just, you know what? All right. Okay. He's not going to question this.
This cat leads Lao to one of the ends of the farm. or it seems so. It's weird. There is still a little bit of fence at the sides, but there is an open door that leads to a path towards quite young, but you know, deep forest.
Okay.
Up a
Alright.
hill,
You say uphill?
uphill.
Oh.
In the middle of a snowstorm,
I
uphill.
know! I know! Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright.
Okay, it's actually I'm gonna say like that's just because of the meme, but it's actually quite a nice day. I'm gonna give that to Lao.
Alright, you know what? Okay. I'm just gonna assume that this phantom kitty, lovely Hummer, has just led him to this hill and is just sitting there.
Is sitting by the door waiting for you. Like this cat has not climbed there. The cat has just like levitate up there. So Amy,
Well, if he didn't know there was something weird about this cat, he definitely does now. Cats don't often float, as far as he knows.
it's okay. I'm pretty sure it's just the bird side of it.
It's just the Toon thing. It's at this point, you know what? It's just a Toon thing. Toons can do these things, and he's just gonna nod his head and be like, "Right, okay, I suppose that's you do that." And he looks up at the hill and he just, I'm going to be doing this then, and I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll athletics to see how long it takes him to get up this hill.
Come on now, leave us a little.
I was hoping it
Oh!
would be this. Oh man.
Can I
Okay.
give you? Can I give you what happens if you don't
Yes.
like it? You can change it. But
Yes.
I imagine Lau looking up the hill, going like, "Yep, I got this." You know, it doesn't look like that bad. The path is clean. It's a young forest. There is no like roots or anything. Yeah, let's go. And as he goes, there is a little bit of foliage on the ground,
Mm.
and he gets up, and then he starts rolling back down again. He's at the gate again.
Okay, I wanna add to this by saying that there's like maybe like a little bit of foliage, yes, that gets stuck in his wheels, and as he goes up the hill, he gets about like halfway, maybe three-quarters of the way up, and as he's going, he just finds it. He finds it. He's used to pushing himself around in this thing, all right? Like it's not usually difficult for him to move around even uphill, but this is giving him some trouble. And as he keeps going up, this foliage keeps going around and around and around in his wheel, and eventually it just gets to the point where it gets stuck and jammed. And as he's going forward to roll it, it gets stuck, and he lurches forward, and he loses his grip on his wheels, and he's gonna
Wow.
he's probably gonna end up tipping backwards slowly, and then faster, and then faster, and then faster, and he's gonna do the very cartoonish like um whiz down the hill and just roll very slowly back onto the point that he started.
I am so sorry, Lau.
I'm not. I'm fucking not. Are you kidding me?
Lau versus nature.
Oh man.
Nature won.
Nature
Lau
always
0.
wins.
Nature always wins.
Nature always wins. Lau's just gonna kind of sit in his chair for a second, and he's gonna sigh and rub at his head, and he's just gonna I know I should have brought Soul with me. I thought it would be fine, that I would be able to do this without Soul with me on this occasion, but no, apparently Soul isn't. Oh. And he's gonna sigh, and he's gonna be like, I didn't want to have to use this now, but I suppose I don't have much of a choice, considering it seems this is more like a climb than an actual walk. And he's gonna activate the new thing I gave him. I'm gonna use my upgrade for my wheelchair finally. For those of you that don't know, I recently got Lao a little upgrade for his wheelchair that allows him to do a little thing, and Lao's just gonna put his hand over the armrest of the chair. He's gonna put his hand palm downwards in a fist, and then he's gonna spread his fingers outwards slowly. And as he does, from the sides of the spokes, 4 vines from each side of these spokes are gonna start growing out very slowly, and they're thinner at the tips, and they get thicker as they go back into the spokes of the chair, and they're gonna form. They look kind of like spider legs, and they're gonna form, and they're gonna settle on the ground, and they're gonna lift him up off the ground by about 4 foot. And then he's gonna sigh, and he's gonna say, "Well, hopefully this will do what I need it to do." And he flicks a finger forward, and the vines scuttle over one another as he begins to climb the hill with his weird vine spider legs.
I fucking love this. This is amazing. I love it. Amazing. Also, I love how Lao sounds so much like an old done bird. Like he's so done with everything.
He's constantly done with everything. Okay, look, he's constantly done.
All right. So yeah, I mean, if you want to roll something to see how long does it take him to go up, if you want to roll perception or anything, go ahead. If not, I will say he's at the top of the hill and you can roll perception again.
Yeah, no, I think because this gives him a climbing speed of 30, as well as walking speed, I'm just going to say he gets up the hill. I'm not going to roll again, because if I get another one with these things, I don't even know how the hell he's going to get up, quite frankly. So yeah, he's just going to make it up the hill with that, honestly. Actually, I'm going to see. No, he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. Yeah, no, he's just going to go up the hill, and he's going to have a look around, I suppose. 12.
It's fair. At the top of the hill, the forest clears, and there is actually a clearing. There is a single, very old tree actually on top of that. It's weird. Forest is shown. Tree at the top of the hill. It's quite big and old. It's actually lovely. It's like a really nice spot for a picnic, maybe. And if Lao is to look back, he will see like he will have like a really nice viewing of the farm, which he hasn't just yet. And hey, Carmina is there.
Hooray!
With your back to Lao. With her back to Lao. She's sitting in the. I curse Lenovo Vantage. I don't want to better the rendement of my PC. Get out of here. Apart from that, sorry, just like that's gonna be on the recording. God damn it, updates.
That's fine.
Carmina is sitting in the grass. You cannot exactly see what she's doing. She's just in the grass in front of a few stones. Maybe she's having a picnic by herself. She seems to be muttering something, though.
Okay. By the way, is Hummer up here? Is Hummer the cat, the little ghosty cat? They come up as well.
No, Hammer stayed in the door.
Oh, boo. Okay.
Hammer never crossed that door.
That's fair. Okay. Oh, Lao, buddy, you would, but you shouldn't, but you will. Oh, you want to roll perception for me, Carmina?
Perception. Lao.
I'm surprised he got that far without a mod, honestly. Oh, okay.
It fits.
So
fits because, listen, she is really concentrated in whatever business she's listening up there. Come back, language.
You're fine. You're fine, dude. Language like that. But yeah, that 15 was a stealth roll. He was trying.
You motherfucker.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm so sorry, but he's a nosy little bugger, and you're muttering to yourself, and he's curious. All right, he's curious and he wants to know, so he's gonna try and very carefully roll up behind you and make no noise and try and see if he can hear what the hell you're muttering to yourself.
It's a really nice soft grass. There is a little bit of moss there too. You can't really take a nap in this clearing or even sneak up to someone. And Lao, as you as you manage to sneak on Carmina, you see that she's talking to two graves,
Ah.
but you cannot make up the language she's speaking on. What you hear is this. O meu día foi ben, sigo tendo problemas co granxa, non sei que vou facer sen vos, pero estou no intentando, polo xuro que eu estou intentando. O sento moitísimo. Eu non quería... Oh, boto vos moitísimo de menos. And that's what Lau hears.
Okay. All right. He's seeing you.
I mean, it's Druidic. You cannot...
It's Druidic, man. He's not a druid. He will, anytime anyone ever accuses him of being a druid because of his plant interest, he will vehemently say, not a druid.
Well,
He's not
congratulations.
Congratulations, I heard something and I don't know what it was. Well, fantastic. Okay. So he's usually, if this were a different situation of someone muttering to himself, he probably would be a bit more of a jerk about this, but he's seen there are two graves here. He's not gonna disrupt whatever Carmina is doing. He's just gonna sit there, but he is gonna, let me see, he is gonna fiddle with the he still has the little still got little words are failing me today as well, man.
It's my effect. I'm actually feeding from your English.
You're
it's
stealing my English.
For me, I'm like a papaya. A language vampire.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, okay, I remember the words now. Yeah, he opens up the handkerchief in his lap that's got things like raspberries and strawberries and blueberries and blackberries. And yes, I know they don't all bloom at the same time of year. I don't care. This is Toontown Fantasyland. They all exist. We're all along the road that he picked them up from. This is fine.
I mean, maybe this forest does, but I'm gonna leave it at that. It will fit.
Ice. Okay, I'm gonna eye you at that, but I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, he's gonna wait for Carmina to be done, and whilst he's waiting, he's just gonna like quietly munch on a couple of these berries while he's waiting for Carmina to be done.
Eventually, because Carmina is taking her time, she's gonna reach for a bottle next to her, and I'm gonna assume that at this point I can roll for it, but let me see. I'm gonna roll perception again.
Go for it. If you don't,
if I don't, I'm just gonna say that Lau finished all the blackberries and berries. Well, thank you, Dice Parser.
6 and only 6.
It takes fucking forever. But as she reaches for her, for a bottle she has next to her, she a pair of wheels, and she goes like this: looks at the legs, looks up, looks at the wheels, looks up, and she's just gonna stare at you like. She's just staring at Lao right now.
Okay. Lao's gonna stare back, and I would just like to let you know, the berries he's eaten the most of have been the blackberries because they tend to be the most sour, especially like around this time of year. Not all of them are ripe. He's kind of picked like the smaller ones, which tend to be a little more sour. Those are the ones he likes. And he's just gonna look at you. And he's gonna have a munch quickly, and he's gonna swallow the last berries in his mouth. Look at his hand and handkerchief. Look at you and hold out in his palm. He's gonna say, "Carmina, do you want a berry?"
Carmina is just gonna get up. You have never seen her be so this quick, and grab Lao's hand and look at the berry like, what the fuck is this? Tell me, is a blackberry or a blackberry?
It's a blackberry.
Like
not a
all
blackberry,
together.
but a blackberry, like a blackberry like a blackberry jam sort of thing.
It's not a berry that is black.
No,
it's a
not.
Blackberry.
Yeah, it's a blackberry.
Good.
I can go and look up a picture and show you if you want one.
No, that's fine. No. Because at this, she's gonna relax a little bit and just on hand Lao. And now at a little bit of a higher eye level, she's gonna go like, was I supposed to be expecting you? Also, hi.
Lao blinks and has Carmina taken any of the berries from his hand?
Not, she hasn't. She has just grabbed the hand and looked at the berry like, what the fuck? Okay, we are safe.
Okay, Lao's gonna look back at you like, he's gonna look at you a little confused, and he's gonna say, Carmina, I sent you that note with the plants and the Did you not? I dated it. Carmina, did you not read the note I sent you?
Covered her hand with his hands and sorry, I have been so out of it lately. I didn't realize it was today. I'm sorry.
Well, you seem to be occupied doing other things, and he's just gonna kind of peer around her and look at the graves.
She's gonna pointedly not look at the graves and say like, yeah, when it's finished, it's, a nice thing, I guess. I visit sometimes. No big deal.
I'm not too sure if I would say it's not a big deal. I mean, he's actually. Can I roll investigation on the graves?
Definitely, go ahead.
Because I want to see. Oh, it's just. Please, come on, buddy.
Nice bastard, you better.
No! 3 6s in a row! 3 6s in a row!
I'm gonna say that, listen, you know what? Carmina actually has moved a little bit at a stand between. You cannot see the graves, but what Lao can see with the 6 is that, damn, this place is damn beautiful. There is flowers, like really, really, really big as flowers growing like all around, like on the tree and everything. Like, damn it, what is this? Like, plants here are fine as fuck.
Okay. If he can't get a glimpse at the graves, and instead he gets really he catches sight of these flowers and things, and his eyes is gonna widen, his pupils gonna like dilate, and you're gonna hear him make a little noise, and he's not gonna look at Carmina. Actually, he's gonna grab Carmina's hand and just say, "Here, these of you," and he's gonna very quickly like drop the handkerchief of the berries in her hand, and he's not looking at her. He's just gonna like start looking at the plants that are growing here because new plants and things. That's a nat 20 on a nature check.
Damn it, Lao!
He's a nerd. He's a plant nerd. He sees nature and he goes.
You fucking nerd! Like, he sees like 2 suitcase, and he goes like, nope. But his plans goes like,
Look.
yes.
Look, he tried to look at the graves and Carmina wouldn't let him, so he's just going to look at nature instead, okay?
All right.
Look, we put plants in front of this boy, he's gone.
I say with a 26, do you and Lao have to go forward a little bit and maybe shove the berries and Carmina out of the way?
No, that wasn't a strength, that was a nature. That was to see, like...
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I will...
You think he's got a +6 in strength? Are you kidding? This man is a wimpy man.
I'm gonna justify with the power of being a nerd, but sure. Yes, what you got with a nature and seeing all the plants is like, this is not normal growth. Most of these plants seem to be like they're at least a little bit wild. This is not intentional, even when it feels a little bit intentional. This has been planted, and but this growing back itself, it feels, as I said, wild. You also take a look at the tree. This tree is so goddamn old. Like, this tree was probably even before the forest around it. This tree was here even before the farm. This tree could, like, God, this tree has seen shit. Again, plants are probably wild, and I'm gonna just give you this. There is a strange force around it, and there is such a calming smell around. Like, this place is special.
Okay. Does Carmina want to roll insight quickly?
This parcel, I will have the guts. I'm gonna start threatening this parcel with the power of the
Hey!
Yeah, fucking works! Every time we get aggressive against dice parcel, I get good rolls. What do you get me with a 17?
Right, with a 17 on insight, Carmina, I don't know how distracted you were or how startled Lao has shocked you out of your whatever you were doing with the graves, but you see him go around this tree and look at all the plants and the wildlife here, and you haven't met him many times in person other than to hand over the goods, the good sweet compost that you know he really likes, but you've never seen him look like... He's always seemed a little reserved, like a little out of touch, a little away from everything, even from you, from even sometimes from Sol. When they're around, he seems a little reserved. But right now, as he's looking at these plants, and as he reaches a hand out and he places it on the trunk of the tree, he looks relaxed. He looks incredibly relaxed. His outline is doing something you've not seen it do before, and it's kind of lightning. It's getting quite light as you look at it, and there's sort of like slight after images as he moves. It's just like it's not like a frame stutter. It's like there's just a little bit of excess of his outline comes away as he moves, and his outline starts to lighten as he does, but he looks very relaxed and I don't want to say at peace, but he seems at home almost.
Oh, I will die for this fucking bird. I mean,
please don't.
Carmina is just gonna look at Lao. She's a little bit still out of it, so she's just gonna look at Lao and say, "It's a good place."
Lao is he's like half listening. He's just very gently like rubbing the side of this old tree and following the grain of it, and he's just gonna sort of absentmindedly say, "Our place, or yours and someone else's then."
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't catch that.
Sorry. He's gonna rub the side of the trunk and follow the grain of the wood as he rubs it, and he's sort of half paying attention to what Carmina's saying, and he's gonna say, "Oh, that was yours, ours, sort of thing. Is this place co-owned with someone?"
Mm. Sorry, is Lau asking if Carmina owns the hill or if Carmina used to share the farm with someone?
He's asking if this place used to be a shared place. If this is, he's basically asking about the we part, but absent-mindedly, he's not really paying attention to what he's saying.
No, no, the hill is. This is part of the farm, so I think technically this makes me the owner of this patch of land, but he used to come here to celebrate things.
That
It's got
oh, sorry,
it's got an it has it's a good view of the farm and everything we loved about this place.
Lao's just gonna, as you talk, Lao's gonna slowly stop, slowing down on rubbing the side of the trunk, and he's gonna stop, and he's gonna slightly tighten his grip on the trunk of the tree. He's gonna look over you, and he's gonna say, "So this used to be yours and theirs, then?" And he gestures towards the graves.
I mean,
Sorry, what was that? It was a little garbled.
they are still here in a way, so I guess poetically you can say we still share it.
He's gonna nod and say, "Yes, I rather get that feeling from this place. It doesn't feel like somewhere something has." And he's gonna look at the graves. He's gonna say, "It doesn't feel like somewhere something has stopped, but more like something has, well, something's changed. Perhaps I don't know, but."
Mm. Camilla's gonna sit a little bit to this, facing the farm, and she's gonna pat the ground next to her, and she's just gonna say like, again, it's a nice place.
Lao is gonna give the trunk of this tree one last tap, and he's going to come over and say, "Yes, it reminds me, this sort of place. I've not found a place like this outside of home, and well." He's gonna come up next to you and sit and just kind of look over the view, and he's gonna say, this is one of these rare few places in Inkwell that remind me of home."
Crying! The player is crying now! The player is crying, but Carmina is just looking at Lao. Well, that actually, damn Lao, I think that's the nicest thing I have ever heard you say.
Lau's gonna snort. He's gonna look at you and he's gonna say, "What do you mean this isn't the nicest? What do you mean this is the nicest thing I've ever said? I've said plenty of nicer things, don't you think? What do you mean? It's not nice. It's just a fact. Being nice is different to explain to saying a fact. This is factually a very magically wild, very sentimental place. Factually, that's what it is. That's not a compliment.
Aye. It's just observing the fact this is a very nice place that reminds you of home, where I have just happened having two people I really care for buried here. It's just a nice observation. Yes, indeed. It's just fact, indeed. Will you come here, please? And shut up.
If she's gonna keep laughing, I've got to do a thing. You want to roll me a dex save, please?
A dex save.
Yes,
a dex
please.
save.
Yes, please.
What's Carmina dex? She has barbed legs. Those are not good for dexterity.
I've got no modifiers. I'm sure you'll be fine. Come on. Oh my gosh. Okay. As you're talking, he has come up to sit beside you on this hill as you're talking, and calling him nice. He doesn't appreciate that. You've got some berries in your hand, don't you?
Yes.
What he's done is he's just kind of quickly leant down, put his hand underneath your hand, and just flipped it up and smashed berries into your face. And he's gonna say, "How dare you accuse me of being nice? Do you think this is very nice, do you?" He's just gonna gently smash the berries into your face.
Lao still has the spider legs, right?
No. He put those away when he got up to the top.
Okay. So Carmina is gonna okay, I'm gonna roll a sleight of hand. 1 second. Sparser, you better work off it. I know where you live.
Do you want me to?
Give me a bit.
Do you want me to roll anything to contest this, or do you just want to do?
No, the sleight of hand is just like Carmina is gonna grab on it's to see if Lao notices or if she can sneakily grab onto one of the one of the wheelchair. She's gonna grab onto the wheelchair, not on the wheels, on the wheelchair.
Oh, one of the actual handles on the side, or just like one of the bits of the frame?
Yes, whatever she can reach sitting down. And she's gonna, while she's holding, she's gonna kick the wheelchair so it goes back a little bit.
Are you saying, sorry, she said again, she pulled the wheelchair back a little bit?
Is holding the wheelchair. Okay, she's holding the wheelchair because she doesn't want to kick Lao down the hill. She just wants to scare him into thinking that she's gonna kicking him down the hill. I'm gonna
I rolled a perception and that was a 4. He doesn't notice.
Okay, it was very obvious. I'm gonna roll performance.
Oh,
I'm gonna roll performance. She's gonna try to fake like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick you down the hill." Who?
That's it. Okay. Oh my gosh. With a 15.
Listen. Yeah. Does Lao believe it even for the briefest moment that she's about to kick him for real?
I mean, considering what he's just done, which is smash a bunch of berries into her face, I would say so. I'm gonna. What would I gotta roll this. He's roll low. No. Okay, never mind. So he doesn't panic about that. He kind of jolts in his chair a bit, and then he looks at you and he says, "Excuse me, would you mind getting your hands off of my chair? Do you know it's incredibly rude to handle someone's chair like that? I don't think you should be doing that, Carmina. I mean, really." And whilst he's doing this, he is still smushing the berries into your face. He has not let up. Sorte? Sorte? Sorte, where are you? Are you speaking?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I'm just losing my shit, and Discord is not like.
I didn't hear anything. I thought I'd lost you. I thought
Okay.
I'd lost my Sorte.
Carmina is just gonna wipe a little bit out, and she's gonna try to reach for Lao's face, like, and she's gonna give him a little bit of a blush. You know, a red accent.
Okay, you do that. Sorry, I'm just thinking about something quickly. No, that would work. Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you basically just wipe Jerry juice on his face, is what you're saying.
Yes. Can we have a cost? No, actually, you know what? Carmina's gonna cast. Carmina's gonna cast Goodberry.
Oh my god.
Okay. And listen, we don't need to know. Carmina is just gonna cast Goodberry with the jam already and everything. Like, she's gonna try to push this into Lao's face.
Oh
Do you want to have a contest of strength?
Yeah, let's do it. I've got no mods on that, baby.
I got no mods either. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Two imps. Two imps duking it out on the top of a hill. I'm gonna say, because you're sitting down and Lao is still in his chair, perhaps you're slightly shorter from where you're sitting. You can reach his face, but he's got the high ground. he's got the high ground to push down and just kind of like mush at your face more so than you with the good breeze. But you still do get him. You just kind of like smear it on his arm or something.
I think Carmina is just gonna go like, "Come on now, just a little bit of a blush, don't you think?" You're a little bit pale.
Says the one who was wearing red.
Come on, rematch! A rematch now!
Oh my god, I've gotta roll another thing. Okay, cool. Carmina, you start to see him. Actually, hang on, what was that? Give me a moment. Was that the right roll I should have done? I did a silly one. No, okay, that's better though. That's fine. Okay, so Carmina, you look at Lao and you see him like his brows are furrowed and he looks kind of angry, but you know Lao, his outline isn't spiky, and you see his beak is actually kind of twitching a little bit. But he's trying very, very hard to look very affronted and not at all amused. And how absolutely dare you imply that he's a nice person? And then you go smashing berries in his face, and then you try and push him down the hill. Carmina, how dare you? How dare you be so affrontive?
Oh God, I love them. I will die for both of them, Your Honor. Carmina is gonna stop her assault on Lao's face whenever she sees like they actually match a little bit. If Lao gets a little bit of berry, she's gonna go like, fine. I will stop picking on you.
As you let up, so does Lao.
But she's kind of still maybe she has still a hand on Lao's wheelchair, and, and she's laughing right now. But roll me a perception insight check, please.
Okay, cool. What's your insight, buddy? Please tell me it's something good. All right, okay. Wow, buddy, buddy, that's an 8.
It's fine. Carmina's laughing.
Good, very good. Give me a second. Whilst you're laughing and stuff, he's gonna sort of sigh a little bit and let me see. He has got he is going to cast he's gonna cast a little spell, but I've got to Give me a second, I'm trying to find things in my hammer space. Give me just a sec, because man, there's stuff in here. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So as you're laughing, he reaches under his blanket as you start laughing, and he's just gonna pull out a water skin, and he's also gonna do another one. Yeah, and he's gonna pull out another handkerchief, and he's gonna tip the water skin against the handkerchief, and he's just gonna wipe his face and clean himself off, and he's gonna look at you laughing, and he's gonna like crook a finger at you, like a come here sort of crook, and he's gonna say, Carmina, hold still, you've made a mess of yourself. Honestly, you'd think you'd be able to feed yourself at your age. And he's just gonna like try and wipe your face. He's gonna do that thing where like an older person just kind of like gets the smudges of dirt off a person's face.
She's going to like act very affronted, but she doesn't want ants on her face. Fine. Fine.
I mean, you can push them away.
Well, he's an idiot. That's her defense.
I'm not going to deny that. He is indeed.
Carmina will allow that, but she's gonna roll again sleight of hand.
Okay.
Come on, guys, partner, give me a good roll. I don't have a problem. I can stop whenever I want. Give me a good roll. Is that enough?
What was that for? That sleight of hand?
Carmina is gonna just let Lao she's gonna get up, posture herself so Lao can actually and take her smoke out, posture herself so Lao can actually aid her on cleaning her face, and she's on the meantime she's gonna write with her hand without looking, the hand that is holding her smoke, which is not a smoke, it's a piece of licorice, and you know this specific one. It's like sometimes it's kind of like inky licking. You have seen how the smoke can get.
Mm.
She's gonna write on the back of Lao's chair, I am a nice person.
You know what? I'm not gonna have him notice that. He is too busy trying to clean your face off, and he just doesn't. He's just sort of. He's just gonna gotta sit there and just be like, well, that was exciting, Carmina, but once we cleared off. Sorry, that's me. That's not loud. That's me. Sorry. Apologies. Choked on water. Lao's just gonna sigh and say, well, this has been delightful, Carmina, but are we going to sort this out, or, and he gestures sort of down towards the garden, down the hill, and he's going to just give you kind of a look over his shoulder.
And she puts her small eye and goes like,
Okay, I can't hear you.
Ah! Dice person, not Discord. Damn it! I mean, what I'm trying to say, it seems like this Discord likes me yelling. What I'm trying to say is like she's just gonna ghost, not god, stars, because there is a lot of gods in Toonkind. Stars. Sorry about that. Just give me a moment, and you can go first. I will follow you now. And she just turns around and has a look towards the farm. Like she's obviously just wants a little bit more of time to enjoy the view.
He's gonna kind of just shuffle a little awkwardly in his chair, and he's gonna give you a look out of the corner of his eye, and he's gonna sigh, and he's gonna say, well, there's no point in us going down at separate times. We may as well just go down at the same time. Otherwise, for all I know, I'm going to be waiting for you in one place, and you're going to be in another place, and then I'm going to spend another 6 hours trying to find you on this. And he spreads his arms out over the wide estate of the farm. I'm going to be looking for you in this very large area, and quite frankly, I don't really want to spend my whole day looking for you when we could have been doing the thing we were supposed to be doing together.
Carmilla is gonna just grab Lao's beak and tell him, just look. Just shut up and look.
Well, you have grabbed his beak, so it is shut. He gives you a look, though. You've grabbed his beak, and he's giving you a look. His eyes have narrowed at you, and he is.
She's not gonna hold onto the beak. She's just gonna like, when you do like with a dog, like no. She kind of gonna do that. And roll me an insight, investigation, or perception.
I think those are all the same mod? No, they're not.
Yeah, I don't care. But you get different answers.
17 on the insight.
Insight?
Yes.
With an insight, you look at Carmina and you realize this is actually giving her peers. You have seen her work. You have seen talking about working, talking about the farm. You realize she's burnt out. She's nervous. But this side is calming her down, but also you sense a profound melancholy in there. And you realize why also, because even with a 17, listen, Carmina wears her heart on her sleeve. With a 17, you follow Carmina's eyes and you see where they are stopping. And while it's a beautiful view of it's green and you see a river and you see other hills and mountains until there is a fog that makes the world disappear in the distance and you can smell the forest, the green, the rain, but you follow Carmina's eyes and there are spots in the farm. You realize this isn't how it used to be. And you don't understand why. You don't understand why either, because this spot you are at right now, it's beautiful, it's vibrant, it's alive. And yet, the farm is kind of like a sore spot, a spot for the eyes. Anyways, Carmina is now patting Lao on the back and asking, do you need me to push the chair down the hill?
He's gonna look at you. And do you want to roll a quick insight?
By the way, she's like, not the chair like this. She has just worded it wrong, okay? She's offering help, but she might have. God damn it, I was about to roll on the not about gallery. Yeah, price parser. Today, I asked you to go protect yourself.
Let us bully Pies Passer for the good rolls today.
You.
That was an 8. With that, you look at Lao and he seems kind of unamused, and he lifts one of his brows at you and he says, I think I've got a better idea. And he kind of just gestures for you to go around to the back of the chair.
She goes. She's now on the back of the chair.
Okay. With this, I'm just gonna say it's kind of like there is like a little ledge slightly nearer the bottom of the chair you can actually put your feet on. So you can actually kind of sort of step up a little bit onto this chair and then grip onto the handles. And then Lao is going to. I need to roll something here because he is now giving this for 2 people. Alright, cool. With a 16, he does a decent enough job of wheeling you both over nearer to the edge of the hill. He's going to stop and take a look and take a deep breath, look back at you, Carmina, and he's going to give you a little quirk of a smile. He's going to say, you might want to hold on. And then he just sort of gives a last final shove with his wheels, and let me see. Give me a moment. There is something he wants to cast here. And
okay, but in the meantime, Carmina is gonna say, wait, hold on. Like,
you might want to roll strength to see how well you hold on to this thing.
oh, no!
Where are you?
We are not begging to the nice gods. This can only go well. Wait, I wanted to
15. Alright, you do a decent enough job. Congratulations, you are not flung off or flung behind this wheelchair like a kite. You hang on pretty decently. And the thing with wheelchairs is there have been a few different rules with wheelchairs in D&D. The one I've gone with is that the wheelchair has a speed of 35, and on downhill slopes that doubles. So we are going basically 70 foot per round down this hill right now, and I would just like you to know that Lao has let go of the wheels, put his elbows, well, what would constitute his elbows, he's a weirdly bendy sort of thing, he doesn't technically have them, but shh, don't worry about that. But he puts his arms on the arms rest and he locks his fingers together, and he doesn't look at where he's going, he just looks back at Carmina and he says, I hope you know how to steer. And he's just gonna give her a little quirk of a smile as they go down.
So, now she's gonna go like, what? Steer? What? You want me to try this thing?
I've gotta roll something. God, I gotta roll. Okay, Carmina, you can clearly tell that like his eyes crinkled up and the little smirk starts to twitch up a little wider and a little wider and a little wider, and you start to hear as you start to go fast down the hill.
You know what? Fuck you. I actually have something for this.
Please.
Listen, this this is our FPS, and I can say we can use this.
Yes, go ahead. FPS is a free game.
Carmina is just actually gonna just wait, let me see. I am between two. Where is it? Here. Uh, okay, how much is 10 gallons of clean water? That's not enough, right? That's just like drinking water. Never mind.
No,
That's what,
are you casting create water?
no, because 10 gallons of water is not enough to stop a fall, right?
I mean,
That's just a
this is the
puddle.
thing though, they're not falling, they're just going very, very quickly down this hill at
I don't know how
70
much is
feet
10 gallons
around.
because I don't know how much is 10 gallons because that's like that's not enough. That doesn't stop anybody. No, actually, she's gonna do something else. She's gonna cast gust of wind, wind.
Okay, that's smart.
She's gonna wait until they are near the door. So it slows a little bit. She's gonna cast gust of wind to try to stop the falling, and and I don't know if do you want me? I don't have to roll anything for
Don't
this,
roll.
right? It's
Don't.
just
Nah,
not all right.
I'm not gonna make you.
We leave it at that. That's what she does.
Oh my gosh. So basically, we go down this hill at 70 foot around. You are whizzing by. You are perhaps just gripping on as tight as you can to this wheelchair man because this stupid bugger has just decided to not pay attention to where he's going and turn around and give you the big old smirk. And yeah, as you come hurtling down towards the gate, the doorway that leads up to the hill, you cast that gust of wind, and just it just slows your momentum down long enough that I have to roll something for Lao now. Let me see. Oh boy, that's a straight nothing. Ooh. Okay. He's been doing really well without his mods today. So just before you guys hit the door, he quickly reaches down for the brakes on his wheelchair and he pulls it and he tilts the chair slightly to the side so it skids to a stop. And so it does that like sort of noise and
Like,
um yeah, he's basically done the really cool skid to the stop just before you hit the doorway kind of thing, and that gust of wind certainly helped both of you not
yeah.
whack.
So basically like this asks that each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from in a direction following the line.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
But
Yes.
but also it says any creature in the line with spends 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when moving closer to you.
Look, for the sake of this FPS, I'm willing to say that like the gust of wind comes from in front of Lao Carmina, because just for the sake of this.
I read it wrong. Okay, technically, if we weren't saying fuck it, this actually will make them go fast.
Look, okay, this is an FPS, we can fudge the rules a little, it's fine. But yeah.
In the map of my head, Matlad made a pond for Carmina, and the pond is just right in front of the gate. Like it's a little bit of a while, but the pond will be in front near that specific gate. So they could like, but still, we are going with rules for friendship. Okay, magic of friendship.
Magic of friendship, baby. That's how it rolls. That's how we roll.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
They are safe now, I guess.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, they are safe. They have come to a full stop outside of the gate.
Carmina is gonna. I don't know how you say, but this is a Spanish for colleja. Carmina is gonna give Lau a colleja, which is basically slapping the back of the head.
Okay. slap the head then. Okay, cool. He's gonna take that. He's not gonna fight that. He's just gonna like go with it as you go. He's just gonna hear like a, and yeah, he's gonna take it, and he's gonna roll his eyes and look at you and say, "I thought you were all up for a little bit of adventure, Carmina. Honestly, it wasn't that terrible, was it?" And he's gonna make his way back through the door. Actually, are you still on the pedals?
Lao, 30 minutes ago, I was mourning people. I wasn't expecting to come down the hill like this. It's usually more quiet. And, a little bit of self-reflection, not a heart attack. I am old. Do you want to kill me?
And Mal's gonna look at you and say, "Yes, well, there's time for mourning and there's time for living, and right now is time for living. Come on." And he's just gonna. He called that over his shoulder as he was walking.
Swear to God, the next grave I'm digging is yours. Sorry, I swear to stars. I keep saying that. Sorry.
That's fine. Man, you know what? Does Lao even know where he's going? Because, I mean, he saw it from the hill, but he knows he's supposed to be heading towards a garden. That's it.
Lao has no idea, but I will say that Carmina has gotten down, refused to get her grip out of the chair, and she is pushing Lao towards where they have to go.
Oh. Lao, look, I need to roll something here. Come on now. Do it well. 15. Okay. See Lao kind of almost reach up around his shoulders to sort of kind of reach towards you, but then you see him stop and just kind of slowly put his hands back down into his lap and sigh, and he's gonna let you take him, and he's gonna let you.
Alright. Listen, I'm okay with keep going up a little bit, or stopping right when you see the garden. Like.
I'm good to keep going.
All right.
I mean, if you want to make this long, like a little longer, I'm cool for that. I don't think we've got another FPS until about. I don't think another FPS is booked until a little later. So.
Okay, then. What happens here is that Carmina starts pushing out through the farm, and listen, vegetable garden, it's fine. You just pass across it. There is like a big weird setting, like vines up, and there is like pumpkins under the vines. It's not that bad. Definitely, like, you know what? Give me another perception check. As much as I give.
Nature?
Roll me whatever you wish.
Roll nature.
This is the farm, though. You can roll nature, and I give Lao. You can roll nature, and I give Lao a kiss in the forehead because damn it, that's a good roll. Yeah.
Look, Lao can do one thing really well, and that's plants. I'm telling you now, that's his thing. He knows his plants.
That's the thing. Okay, the thing is plants. God damn it, this bird is a fucking nerd. Like, well, basically what's going on right now is like it's weird. This farm has a lot of wildlife in it, definitely. Like, you see some places is like you can Carmina, you can realize, okay, some of these are like her actually likes this kind of shit. She's not like, oh, I'm a farmer, I need to eat everything. No. The vegetable garden is okay, but it still seems like it used to be bigger. Same with you can see there is flowers all around and up the walls of the main house. That seems intentional too. Those flowers have been allowed to be there. However, there are other constructions that they have been overtaken by the green, definitely. And there are spots. It's weird. It's like Lao, you know plants, you know nature, you know how to. This feels, with a 25, this feels like, it feels like a battle.
Mm.
It's, this is not a lack of effort or knowledge. It's weird. It's unsettling also because, I'm sorry, Lau, but you don't know if you could do it better. This is a lot of work.
Mm. Okay.
And then you come to the garden. It's, you know where the garden it's supposed to be. There has been a few patches of desolated land, and this earth, land, dirt in front of you. This this is a very bad sight. It feels like the previous garden, has absolutely died, and now it's another fight Carmina has on her plate again. Someone has tried to regrow this. Someone has tried to plant on top of this. Is not working well.
Hmm. Okay. Lao, having looked at all of this, he's gonna put a hand up to his beak and he's just gonna tilt his head to the side slightly and look at Carmina out of the corner of his eye, back over his shoulder, and he's gonna say, Carmina, I don't know which part of this, and he sort of gestures all around at the garden and vegetable patch and the plants on the wall. He's going to gesture all that and look back and say, I don't know what part of all of this you wish to address first. I mean, we can start wherever you'd like, or I could help you with the plants I've sent you beforehand, find somewhere here for them to actually grow decently. And he's going to look around at this place. You can roll a quick insight if you want.
Yay! Inside. Carmina has terrible rolls today, but fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Na na na. Na 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 na. Here comes the inside. Damn it.
Oh, Karami. I mean, it's not subtle. I mean, Lao doesn't really have eyebrows, but you'd think if he had them, they would be furrowed. His eyes are narrowed, and he's looking attentively at this barren patch of land, and also at the wall, with the flowers on it. Those are the things that seem to have caught his attention most. Um, but he does look back to you and say, I'm. I initially came here to help you plant those flowers I sent you because, well, I thought they'd be a good idea, and you've always seemed to want to try and mix things up with your produce. But it seems that you may need a few other bits done before we could even begin to touch upon those.
No, I appreciate the help, but also you don't need to do this.
He's gonna.
You don't need to fix. You don't need to fix this. I also appreciate advice. I appreciate advice, even from you, or just. Mm.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit near the end. I didn't hear much. I heard.
I appreciate advice, even from you, or just. Mm.
He's just gonna sort of sorte, sorte.
Uh, sorry, repeat again that. He's just gonna what?
No, I didn't hear. I didn't hear you. I thought something had happened.
Well, a lot of things are happening. My physical form is starting to dissolve into the ether. I think I'm ascending to a better plane of existence. But
Oh,
apart
you're
from
going that
that,
way. I'm going the other way.
I mean, God, that was a laugh. Sorry. Yeah, listen. Carmina is just. She will need to fix this if this is too much.
Okay. Lao's gonna roll his eyes, and he's gonna kind of, now that you've stopped and gotten him to where he needs to be, he's just gonna kind of look at your hands and say, well, if you would let me go and have a look around, I could see what we could work on first then, and take it from there. How about that?
And Carmina's gonna look at her hands and just stop grabbing onto the chair. Oh, shit, sorry, I forgot.
It's fine, you're not the first one then to forget, you probably won't be the last. And he's gonna roll his eyes. Yeah, he's gonna do a very quick look at the desolate ground, because from what you've said, he doesn't know if there is much he can do. If he cast, he's gonna. Let me check. I need to check a spell quickly because I need to see.
Sorry, I didn't hear anything. I just died. My computer just restarted itself.
Oh,
Goodbye.
no.
Oh my God.
No, Sorte. That's okay.
Oh no.
What did you last hear?
Oh no! It's happening again.
Oh God. Sorte. Sorte's computer has robbed them from us. Sorte,
oh
please.
God, fucking. Okay, I'm on my phone. We can keep going if we don't have the recording, but I don't want to put this on
That's
her
okay.
either.
That's all right. We got it, man. Our mind's still going, and I believe Nona is still going. We're both good. It's all good, man. As long as you're still good to go.
Oh gosh. Computer is having the same problem that wiped my computer last time.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, hello, whomever is listening to this, get a good computer. Don't listen to your brothers when they give you advice. They are always wrong.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree with. Let me see. I'm gonna try. Lao is going to try and cast detect magic on the Oh no, actually, hang on, I found a better one. He's gonna cast detect evil and good on the barren grounds to see if there's something weird or hinky going on.
There is. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. And listen, this is amazing. And I need to send someone a private message after this.
Oh, cool.
Lau, what color do you see the detect magic thing?
What color?
Yes. How does Lau perceive the magic when he casts detect magic? Sorry, shit. Good or evil? Never mind. It was good or evil.
Yes. You're good. So he sees. I mean, he sees it. However, usually, with detect good and evil, he usually just sees them as kind of shapeless outlines, and then inside of the shape, whatever should be there. It's just a certain kinds of colors. Honestly, it's not a specific way.
I am sorry, and I have actually made a dum-dum myself, but with detect good or evil, there is no good nor evil here.
Oh, no good or evil. Okay, let me see. Simply, you know if there's.
I am actually very unsure how this exactly works,
Okay.
but I can tell you there is not a good or an evil intention in this garden right now.
Okay. I was just going to say, because one of the descriptions was You know if there is a place or object within 30 foot of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated, so blessed or cursed.
It has not been blessed nor cursed.
Okay, alright. He's gonna look at that then, and he's just gonna nod his head. That is a first level spell, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Have I cast any other spells today? Because if not, no, he's gonna leave it at that. Yeah, he's gonna leave it at that. He's gonna just nod his head and look back at you and say, well, you're not haunted. Well, I mean, I suppose you are technically haunted. And he gestures back at the farmhouse before looking back at you and say, well,
Sorry, what?
I mean,
I am what?
Did you not? He's gonna blink at you. He's gonna blink at you, and he's gonna say, do you not know that you have a and he's just gonna kind of point at the house. You have house guests.
Yeah, the lads. Yeah. But I am not hunted. I am not hunted. Duh. I am not hunted. It's just like, my housemates. I guess.
He's just gonna give you kind of. He's just gonna kind of give you a look, as if to say, "Oh, okay, you. Sure, they're your housemates. That all right? You know what? You're not gonna budge on that too far." He's gonna look around and say, "Well, anyway, irregardless of what they are, whether they're haunted or your housemates, well, this," and he gestures to the barren ground. "This is not haunted or desecrated or otherwise unaligned, so I may have to look into this a bit more, perhaps another day." He's just gonna furrow his brow at this place and then turn around and say, "Well," he's gonna clap his hands like, "Well, is there another place, another area that you think we could work upon instead?"
Can you repeat that?
He's gonna clap his hands together, look at Carmina, and say, "Is there another place you think he should work on, or that they should work on instead?"
Instead of this one.
Yes. I mean, if you would prefer, we can work on it, but without knowing what I'm working with, I'm not sure how much we can do, but it's...
Now, I'm sorry, it's not gonna change anything.
Just gonna look at you a little confused. What do you mean it's not going to change anything? I presume you've made attempts before to do something with it.
It's gonna be the same. It doesn't matter start here or start in another part. It's gonna be the same effort. I have done this a lot of times. I just call me a fool, but maybe this is the time it sticks. We can try somewhere else if you are more comfortable. I don't mind.
I am gonna roll insight to see what Carmina would like to do, and that's a 17. Lao wants to know what Carmina wants to do here.
Carmina was certainly like very excited about working in this place with Lao, and she's also a little bit hurt. It's not easy to be here. She seems uncomfortable, but at the same time, like she has managed to get here, and she wants to do this. She wants to try with this one.
Okay. He's gonna look at her for a good few seconds.
I mean, she's not being dishonest.
No, he wasn't trying to see if she was lying. I mean, she's not just trying to see how she felt about it.
No, but also like she's not being dishonest. Like she's gonna be fine with working on another place. If Lao sees like, oh shit, this is too much work. Like you don't just push work on guests.
Lao is he's gonna sort of he's gonna sit and think for a second, and he's gonna look back to Carmina and say, I mean, if I can try with this and gestures to the background, but if I don't know what I'm working with, Carmina, I don't know how I can help if I don't know what I'm working with.
And Carmina is just gonna look at Lao and I don't know either what's wrong. I don't know what works. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's the farm. I just thought that maybe this time, if I go through all the usual steps, if you are here, you might see something I'm missing. And if not, that's okay. I can give it any other time. Just let's try to do this the normal way. Just there is nothing special in this place. Let's just try to deal it with as sorry. Let's let's try to plant something here, okay? Okay. Liz, I'm just gonna start picking up some of the rubble and get it out of the way, okay? And she starts legging it towards rocks. A little bit of a wall that has fallen up a little bit, and she's starting to pick up a stone and put it out of the way.
Oh my gosh, man. Okay. The whole time Carmina was talking and continuing on, Lao's, as she started to get a little more like into it.
Watery.
He got slightly more and more slightly uncomfortable. Just sort of slightly started to just sort of like fiddle with his blanket a little bit as she started, and when she bolted off, he just sort of blinked and sighed and then
Well, Lao, sorry, you cannot have it both. You either care or you either are comfortable. She's gonna run away.
I know, man, I know. He's gonna fiddle with his blanket and he's gonna sigh. He's gonna call over to Carmina. If you're clearing the boulders, where do you want me to start then?
Repeat that again, because language spoons are going down.
Okay. Basically, Lao's gonna shout out to her, where would you like him to pick up? Where would you like him to start?
She is gonna listen. Lao has some seeds. There is actually a little bit of a side prepared. It used to be. It seems like it used to be like flowers, and used to be here. Like it's prepared for that. It's basically like it will make a good flower bed. Is that how you say it in English?
Yes.
I am explaining myself. Wonderful.
Yes.
There is a place that has been already prepared and probably for an intent that never went, and Carmina is just gonna wave at that. She's still not. But she's still like waving, but without looking at Lao. She's just moving rocks, waves at that, moves another rock. Like it's obvious you two are not gonna work in that area, but she's just gonna keep calling, keep like it's like she's making, it's like she's putting some on the wall, some apart. It makes no fucking sense. She's just like not looking at Lao.
Okay, if she's not looking at Lao, Lao's not gonna look at her, man. I'm real sorry, but this guy, his emotional intelligence is not incredibly high. I'm very sorry. He is gonna just he's gonna head over. And he's gonna call. All right, I suppose I'll work on the flower beds then, while you do whatever you're doing. And he gestures at what you're doing. He knows he can't see you, but he just sort of vaguely gestures at the rocks with what you're doing, and then goes over to the flower beds. I'm gonna roll. What should I roll to make sure he plants these nice?
Come again. What did you say?
What should I
what
roll
rolling?
to make sure that these are planted nicely?
I have no idea actually. Oh no, is this gonna be like when I was 30 minutes? What do you roll for picking a log? What do you roll for planting bulbs? I will say maybe nature.
I mean, it's been going well so far. This might have been the jinx for it, but we will see. Come on, baby.
Nature or survival?
Well, that was a nature, and that was an 18. I think I'm gonna stick with that.
Lao is a fucking machine with plants, it seems.
Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing. Actually, I should probably roll something. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So before he even starts, what he's going to do to help himself, he's pulled out a sickle from his hammer space. He reaches under his blanket and he pulls out a hand sickle. So that's just like one of those they're like tiny hoes for your hand, basically. Those sort of things you use to whack weeds away. And he's going to use those to make it easier for himself, and he's just going to wheel along and drag this through the dirt and the furrows and plant the seeds in those as he goes by. And he's also going to cast something on them. He doesn't... This spell isn't usually used for things like this, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that, you know what, because of what he's kind of seen, he's gonna do this anyway. He's gonna cast Bless on this place. So once he's done,
bless this mess.
Bless this mess. Essentially, he's gonna bless this whole freaking mess. And he just kind of, once everything's been potted and planted, and he just sort of spread it all over. He reaches towards the ground and mutters something under his breath, and you feel, even from where you are, Carmina, you feel a little wave of magic shoot out from underneath. You feel it sort of slightly vibrate beneath your feet, and it feels kind of warm and a little smoky. But yeah, you were also within range of this when he cast it, so now you are also blessed. So you get a D4 to add to any of your rolls if you want. And I know this is
nice.
This is supposed to be an attack or a save throw that you can use this on, but for this, just for the sake of this FPS, I'm going to say you just get a D4.
You know what? I think I'm gonna use that D4.
Cool.
Carmina is currently a little bit in a emotional pickle with herself. So I'm gonna do a wisdom roll.
Nice.
24. She hauls a few more stones until the last one she just chucks it even over the wall and lands who knows where. And she's she's like angry at herself, shakes her head. A little bit of black smoke is getting a little bit thicker, and she turns around, and she's kind of like also with her brows, like how did you say before?
Furrowed together. You think, or
Yeah, borrowing her brows, furrowing her brows.
furrowing
She's
the
like,
brows. It's
yes,
fine. It's stupid. I just also want to say, I imagine as she threw that that rock slash boulder, it just made a and that has caught Lao's attention away from casting Bless. He's just like, what the hell are you doing?
Well,
why did you throw it over there?
Do you need help? And she's gonna walk towards Lao and just stand next to him, like. What are you doing? I mean, what? As a question, not as an accusation. What? How can I help?
Should I roll an insight again, or?
I mean, you can keep rolling insights as much as you want. This woman is a mess right now.
Okay, I won't roll insight then. She's gonna look at you and well, I've already planted everything, and I don't know exactly what's up with this, but I've given it a bit of a boost, so hopefully something will come of it. I'd just also like you to know the seeds he planted, they were his own special, they were his own little special brand of seed. Sorte, I'll tell you afterwards what exactly he's planted in your garden. And he looks over at you and he says, I haven't watered them yet, but I mean, looking at them, you could perhaps water them if you'd like.
Let me check if she has casted. All right. Let me spells. She has casted one. Actually, she's out of spells. Yeah.
That's okay. That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah. So she's actually like gonna go for water. As I said, someone has been trying to work on this not long ago. Carmina was her. Who else? And there is water near, so she's just gonna bring a few buckets and a small watering thing that has like
can.
it's like yes, the one with the one with that is like an elephant. It's a can, but like an elephant, and it has holes.
Yes.
English. Anyways, the watering can. What? It looks like an elephant, and it's just gonna start watering some. And the thing is, like, it shouldn't look like an elephant. I was just trying to explain myself.
No, it looks like an elephant now. The funny thing is, I think as you do that, Lao's gonna look at this thing and it's gonna go, I have one of those at home. Not a watering can, but it's just kind of. I'm gonna roll hammer space. I might actually have it on him. Okay. He's gonna reach into his hammer space under his blanket, and he's gonna pull out a weird. It looks like some kind of crochet thing. You can't quite tell what it is until he puts both of his hands around it and stretches it out a little, and it looks like an elephant as well. It looks like a purple knitted tea cozy. With it's got like an elephant ear where the handle was supposed to be, and a happy smiling elephant face on it, and where the tea spout is supposed to be is like a little trunk, and he holds it up to you. He's like, well, my mother, Mamako, she tries to knit. see there are quite a few holes, and it's not best made in terms of crocheting. But he holds it out very proudly and he says, "Well, it could use a bit of work, but my mother made this for me, and well, I think it's just sort of gestures your watering can and his little elephanty crazy. Oh my gosh, Sorte, he's so awkward.
These two are idiots. I love them.
He doesn't know
Carmina
how
is
to communicate.
Carmina is gonna look at the can herself too, and she's gonna just like, well, this is actually not mine. God, Augustus grabbed this for Luca in a second-hand market, and Augustus knows fucking shit about gardening. So he she just wanted to. I actually watched the names. I mean,
It's fine.
but she bought teams for him, and he couldn't he couldn't say no because it was gift that is for a garden, and gardening was his thing, so he couldn't say no. And then he started having to use it. And listen, we are talking about a very fancy fella, and you could see him like with all his gilded gardening tools that you will say you're gonna put that on shit. Why are you using that? And then this water can, and the water can is stuck. The water can, it just is stuck forever, and and eventually he ended up loving it. And I don't know, I just like elephants too, I guess now.
He's gonna.
And 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 it doesn't look, yours doesn't look that bad. It looks loved. It looks like it was made with a lot of love.
All through that, the minute you say that this person had gilded garden equipment, you're gonna see Lao doesn't have a nose to wrinkle, but if he did, if you're wrinkling it, his beak does a weird scrunch. Like you just see like a couple of wrinkles, or a couple of lines appear on his beak, like he's scrunched it up, and he's just kind of like, ugh, why would you gild your gardening equipment? That seems excessive and stupid. And
listen, Carmina's gonna see this and she's gonna just wave the water can around in her excitement. I know, right? Like, it's stupid. It's stupid. The flowers doesn't care. You're just gonna dig that with a shovel, a fancy shovel. Who has seen a fancy shovel? And you're gonna dig a hole and you're gonna put dirt on the hole with a fancy shovel. The flowers don't care. I could do this with my hands and the flowers wouldn't care.
Lao's just gonna he's gonna nod in agreement. Unless the metals of themselves are enchanted for some specific purpose or to encourage a specific kind of plant, there's really no reason to have gilded plant equipment. I actually had he's just gonna click his hands. My uncle's cousin. They don't often come to the village. They're bi-yearly sort of rounds of the family thing. They came to the village and they gifted us with a diamond shovel. What are we going to do with a diamond shovel? They say. And you can break rocks with them. Yes, but instead of breaking the rocks, that's what a freaking pickaxe is for. Why would I use a shovel to break a bloody boulder in my garden? And honestly, it was a whole thing. They argued about it the whole week they were there.
Lao, he had a whole closet of gardening clothes, but it's not like this. And he points at herself and her clothes. It's not this. It was fancy clothes. It was like he was going on a date with, I swear to God. I mean, stars.
Was he going on a date with the dirt or something?
I don't know. Oh, listen. Like, he wouldn't hear we tried to bully him into wearing normal clothes, all clothes for gardening. Those were his old clothes. God, it's like he was going for an opera. I mean, I tried once. I thought maybe that's the secret. It didn't work, as you can see. But I thought, well, maybe I have to put myself on a gown or something. Didn't work. So I never found why he did that.
Some people are just strange like that, Carmina. Some people just like to be fancy doing whatever they do whenever they do. And some people, he gestures a hand between you and him, you in your old styly clothes, and him literally wearing nothing but the blanket around his hips. He gestures and he says, people like us don't see the need for that sort of frippery. There's no need for it. I mean, don't misunderstand me. Shiny things are nice, but ultimately they're only good for a pretty penny in the most part, unless they're enchanted, in which case there's something to be learned from that. And he sort of looks off into space a little bit.
Lao, please tell me you're wearing pants.
I can't believe you're making me roll this. I cannot believe I'm rolling this. This is okay. He looks back at you and he says, I don't see how that's any of your business. And he just continues.
Lao, you didn't came all the way here without pants, please.
And he's gonna look at you. He's gonna look at you, Carmina, and say, whether I wear pants or not is none of your concern, Carmina. I'm here to help you with this, not to have you judge my clothing choices. And he's gonna turn around and say, whilst you're doing that, then I'm just going to. He's gonna just move away from you and towards another section of the garden.
Sorry, what?
He's gonna move away from you and to just like he's gonna turn his back to you to turn his chair around and just move to another section of the garden.
And Carmina is gonna follow Lao, probably making bad loud jokes. And do you want to leave it at here with both of them working on the garden while they are bickering and talking about their families?
I think we've exceeded the FPS length by a good hour. So
yeah, we exceeded the FPS so long my computer died. My computer was like, I can't anymore.
Oh my words. I could do this for ages is the issue. I could just keep going, but we gotta stop.
Yes, and also Wirona, thank you very much for the favor, and everybody on the gallery, thank you for sticking and listening to us.
Yes, you sat
and
here for
whomever
2 hours.
else, yeah,
You sat here for 2
and whomever
hours.
else, yeah, and whomever else who decides to listen to this in the future in this record. Thank you very much for sticking for 2 goddamn hours. We loved you.
Absolute legends.
Wow.
You listened for 2
Absolute
hours.
legends.
You listened 2 hours of 2 people having very awkward emotions and not addressing them at all and avoiding it. And just, I'm proud of you for listening to this. Both everyone in the gallery now, thank you guys for listening. And also people in the future who've got the spoons to listen to this. Like, wow. Well done. Get yourself a treat. Get yourself a drink. Please do that self-care.
Get in contact with me and I will buy you a drink. Well, we leave Lao and Carmina them to be 2 bickering siblings.
Yes, we will leave them to maybe work on some other bits of the farm, how to address some of the other like vegetable patches or whatever they decide to do. But yeah, we leave it here. I'm gonna say goodbye, everyone. Thank you all for listening, future and present, and hope I see you again at some point, in whatever future holds for Carmina and Lao. Farewell. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.